Film noir or French black film is a cycle of crime films made in Hollywood between 1940 and 1959, presenting a number of distinctive characteristics. These include their settings, their visual style, their themes and characters, their narrative strategy, and a general mood of woe-weary cynicism. Over time, that foundation evolved into neo-noir, which keep the same core ideas but updates the style, settings, and psychological depth for modern storytelling. But instead of using a film to talk about neo-noir, I want to take a slightly unconventional approach. I want to look at a video game, specifically Phantom Liberty, the major expansion to Cyberpunk 2077. Despite not being a film, Phantom Liberty uses the conventions of film noir remarkably well, and in this video, I'll be breaking down its storyline down through these five conventions: the visual style, anti-hero, femme fatale, moral ambiguity, and fatalism. Do note that the noir genre contains more than just these five, but I have chosen them because I think these are interesting to talk about. And without further ado, let's get right into it. The main story begins in Night City, where we, a small-time mercenary and our protagonist is trying to make it big, with their friend, Jackie Wells. If you are a fan of films like Blade Runner or Drive, you would instantly recognize the atmosphere. The use of lighting in noir is very iconic. Classic noir uses black and white color, where neo-noir modernizes it by keeping the contrast but with saturated colors as seen in various neon signs. Neo-noir also uses fog or even steam from vents to add to the mysterious and gloomy mood, which is also present here. Moving on with the story, the two accept a high-risk job from a fixer to steal a biochip called the Relic, which contains an engram, or perfect digital copy of a person's consciousness, memories, personality, and even emotions. Another trait that most protagonists in noir films share is that they don't really try to fight the corrupt system, but rather partake in it. This is another crucial element of a noir film, the anti-hero. Why anti, you ask? If you're a mercenary willing to do dirty work to make a name for yourself, then you couldn't really call yourself a hero, can you? Let's get one thing straight first. Anti-heroes aren't inherently evil. It's just that their morals change when it comes to their own self-interest or survival. The goal for this type of character isn't for them to be admirable, but rather relatable. And we? Well, who doesn't like money and fame? Going back to the video, during the duo's escape from the heist, Jackie is fatally wounded and gives Vi the relic, which Vi is forced to slot into their own head to keep the chip from degrading. The fixer later betrays Vi and has them shot, but the relic revives them. The engram, however, tries to imprint itself on V's brain and replace it with that of a terrorist named Johnny Silverhand. V then tries to find a way to get rid of this ticking time bomb until they receive a call from a mysterious woman who goes by the name Somi, but rather to be called Songbird. She told them that she has a way to save their life, but her condition was for V to save Lachlan Myers, the President of the new United States of America, or NUSA, who is currently aboard the airship that is about to crash into Dogtown, an area in Night City that's ruled by a militia group led by Kurt Hansen. Songbird also told V that she's also on the ship, and after saving the president, Songbird is nowhere to be found. Myers tasks V with finding Songbird and has V contact a NUSA sleeper agent named Solomon Reed. We meet with Reed and his friend Alex, and the three join forces to find Songbird. We later learn that Songbird has the ability to breach the Black Wall. In other words, she literally has the ability to fry anyone's brain as she wishes. Songbird can also use this ability to contact V through the relic inside their head. And she did just that to tell V that she is currently being detained by Kurt Hansen in a club called the Black Sapphire. V meets with Songbird in the club and she reveals that she is also dying due to her exposure to the Black Wall as part of her work put on by the president, Rosalind Myers herself. Songbird tells V that Hansen has a neural matrix, a tool that can save both V and herself, and suggests that they steal the tech. Reed told V that he suspects Songbird of crashing the airship herself to find an excuse to get her hands on the cure. And before the heist, Songbird confirms that suspicion. She told V that it was her plan all along, but she also hired V to make sure the president survived. And it was out of sheer desperation that she planned this. Songbird then asked V to help her skip town, where she knows someone who can use the neural matrix to create a cure for both of them. I think we have come far enough to confidently say that Songbird exactly fits the criteria of a femme fatale, another important aspect in noir. Let's go by the definition first. A femme fatale is a mysterious, chic, compelling, chic, female characters whose motives are ambiguous, and whose actions draw the protagonist into danger, moral compromise, or irreversible choices. Oh, that's coming up. After our talk with Songbird, Reed comes up to V and tells V that there's an order from the higher ups for Songbird to be taken in for questioning, and gives V a device that would knock Songbird unconscious, so she doesn't resist. Reed assures V that after he got his answer, then he will help Songbird out of town and find a cure for her. V and Songbird finally reach the neural matrix, but V, or rather, we are presented with a choice to betray Reed or betray Songbird. This is the choices I was talking about, but this also leads me to the next point, which is the moral ambiguity. There's no right answer here. Reed was just fulfilling his duty and even promised to help in every way he could. Songbird lies and manipulates V, but it was from the desperation of a dying woman. Most choices in noir often force the characters to choose lesser evils rather than good solutions. If we side with Songbird, V and Songbird would successfully get the neural matrix and make their escape. Reed and Alex soon realize that they had been betrayed and decide to pursue the two. In a getaway car, Songbird tells V that the doctor she mentioned is on the moon, and she will serve as their lab rat to make a prototype and will contact V once the cure is ready for the both of them. Once we reach the space station that's currently on high alert under the order of the NUSA, V and Songbird overheard the president giving Reed permission to use lethal force for the mission. Reed dislikes the idea, but affirms that he knows what he had to do. After the two get past the horde of NUSA agents with excessive Black Wall usage, Songbird confesses that the neural matrix can only be used once. Before they reach the spaceship, however, Reed confronts them, and V can either hand over Songbird or refuse. If we agree, Reed ends up taking Songbird away where God knows what fates await her. Though we do get our hand on the cure. If we refuse, Reed ends up dying by V's hand as Songbird ascends to the moon. This is a video game. Surely you can save both of them, right? And that's where fatalism comes in. Oh boy. Fatalism is one of the core concepts of noir. What it means is that the characters cannot escape their doom. It's like fate itself is against them. But we revive for a bit and take another route, where we side with Reed and decide to use the device on Songbird. Songbird wouldn't go down and harness the Black Wall, which caused her to go insane and leads to a huge shootout. Songbird is now a fugitive, and by the time we find her, she is already succumbing to the effect of the Black Wall. We can either send her to Reed and consequently into the NUSA custody or euthanize her. This is what fatalism is about. The inevitable tragic choices, the futility of resistance. But hey, at least their struggle is admirable, and I genuinely hope they find peace, just not in a noir film or video game. In the end, Phantom Liberty perfectly captures the essence of noir in a way few video games attempt, let alone achieve. The game uses its dystopian settings and puts players into tough situations where there is no perfect answer. Phantom Liberty proves that Neo-Noir isn't limited to cinema. It works just as well in video games, where you're not just watching the downfall, but you're a part of it. And that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed or learned something from this video. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.
Guess I meant, I don't know, a happier ending for everyone involved.
Here, for folks like us, wrong city, wrong people.